Boy howdy, it's Shane Immersed here, back at it again. Going to be a pretty busy December for this channel. Lots of events and stuff going on in VRChat, but for now, let's focus on this week's patch. 2020.4.3 is out, and it brings with it something I talked about previously, VRChat Plus. If you want the lowdown on that part, you can go to the whole assessment by hitting up the video at the end of this one. But other than VRChat Plus, 2020.4.3 brings with it some well-needed upgrades. The most obvious of them are new nameplates. One would think this would be simple and not much would come of it, but boy, you'd be happily mistaken. Much more minimalist in design, they also take into account performance a lot more than the old nameplates, hiding a lot of information until you open up your quick menu, providing at-a-glance data to info, like a user's avatar performance, rank, and trust level, and taking a lot less draw calls to render, leading to big frame gains, which is great. Just yesterday, I was in a group of 70 dancers, and I actually maintained playable frames. It was absolutely insane. We also have the power to change the shape and transparency of nameplates, and let me talk to you about that real quick. So here we are with my hands, beautiful hands, and if I press and hold on the right, I get our little options menu, and if we go up to options, we go here and find nameplates, and then we have these options here. Like we have visibility, so you can change what you see, like with nameplates shown, icons only, and nameplates hidden. And essentially that means when you have this menu open and you look up, you see that I have my username and my VRC Plus icon. And that's what I would see if I had nameplates totally on. And if I have icons only, now we look and now I just have an icon. And that's how you'll see everybody. Either nameplates on, icons only, or nameplates hidden. So I'm going to turn nameplates back on. And over here we also have size. So you can change the size of the nameplates. If you think that they're too big or too small, you can just quick flick and it'll change it. We also have opacity, which is going to change the background of the nameplate, not necessarily the color of the nameplate itself, or at least the transparency of the nameplate itself. So if you have it at 100%, you're going to see the whole background of the nameplate and everything. If you're at 0, you'll see no background, only the text or the icon. So you can customize that to your wish. And then we have quick menu info. So if you have that on and you open up your quick menu, anybody that you see will have more info over their head. Like, performance rank and trust rank, stuff like that. If you don't want that info, you just turn that off. So let's talk a little bit more about the nameplates in general. Your friend's now marked as a gold name instead of a gold nameplate. So when you go into icon only mode, now you have a little friend marker on the top left of their icon, just in case you need to filter out your friends in a sea of cloned avatars or whatever. Keep in mind that VRC Plus is required to have image icons. If you don't have VRC Plus and someone has icon only mode on, they'll just see the first 3 letters of your name in the icon slot. Also to note, VRChat will only hold 64 icons for you if you have VRC Plus. If you need more, I don't know what to tell you. What else? Oh, everyone gets 25 favorite slots now for avatars, up from 16, I think it was. And VRC Plus people get 100 slots as well as 4 rows for favorite avatars in the avatars menu, so they can organize them better, I assume. Like when you go to VRCon on December 11th or Virtual Market 5 on the 19th. Plenty of avatars to grab there, and you're probably going to want them organized, so VRC Plus has that little advantage. A video on that stuff when I get around to it. There's so much to do. So let's look at the menu, which hasn't changed a lot. More so just kind of shifted and got crushed a bit while they work on a new one. Coming soon, TM. So in the quick menu, we have take a user icon photo, and we also have user icons in general now. If we choose user icons, you'll see all the user icons you have. You can also upload a new one on vrchat.com if you don't want to take a photo inside of VRChat. Also, if we go to worlds and we pull up our main menu, now you see up here on top we have a whole lot more crush going on. Mostly because VRC Plus is here. And if you have VRC Plus already on, you're going to see all the things that you get for having VRC Plus, as well as your next billing date and all the other fun stuff. And if you do not have VRC Plus, it's just going to give you the opportunity to subscribe. And you can manage your subscription down here. No, you don't. Never mind. You can't. You have to actually open up stuff. In the avatars menu, there's been some reshuffling around. where it was favorite avatars on the top, now we have my creations on the top. So they just moved it so you can use your avatars first before going down to favorites. And now in safety, you can also hide user icons based on trust level. And when you hide a user icon, it's going to pull up a little mosaic, sort of like a blur, if you will, on those icons. They also added on the top here a little VRChat. And if you tap on him a while, you might see something cute. You can also report people now for naughty user icons or whatever. Don't abuse it, obviously. If they're not naughty, then you might get in trouble. What else? The SDK had some quick tweaks as well. The default world prefab should have the right strafe speed now. Example prefab should now have their programs attached to them. Oops. And set variable nodes should no longer reset their inline values. Simple fixes, but valuable. So that's notes for this patch. There were some other things from previous patches I wanted to cover really quickly, since I didn't find the patch themselves so valuable that I was going to make a 2-minute video on it. November's patch, which is 2020.4.2, properly scales the gray robot guy to the avatar's proper height to a point. This is helpful, so you're still looking at a player even if they are very small, and performance blocked. So now I'll be looking here instead of straight ahead of me. Also, now people get more information in Discord and Steam when you're playing VRChat, and people can join on you from within these services if possible, which is super cool. In October with 2020.4.1, you may have noticed that your friend list isn't as laggy anymore because it was pretty bad. It was pretty slow. And that's because they overhauled the back end with what they call friend sync, which should instantly update your friend status up to a point, including coming online and changing rooms once they've entered it. So now it's supposed to be a real friends list with an actual quick response time, which is something that was needed for a really long time, and I'm surprised it took this long to get through, but I'm glad that it did. So, and for SDK 3, VRChat whitelisted the Unity feature Cinemachine, which should make for more lively and character-animated worlds. So if you're a dev, you might want to take a look at that. And in September with 2020.3.3, when video players came out for Udon and SDK 3, for the clients, they added a new setting to the menu called Allow Untrusted URLs. Under Settings, this box right here, Allow Untrusted URLs. And what that does is it lets people host videos from outside VRChat's ring of trusted sources. So if you don't allow them, you won't be able to play some videos or audio sources, which could be good because you don't know what random public world could be trying to, pull up some random website that you don't know about. But in the future, they're going to let you permit potentially rogue sources with a notification instead of just blanket accepting everything, which will be a lot more useful. And then that option is going to go away. All right, we've gone back in time long enough. Thank you all for taking this dive with me. I hope this gave you a little bit of an insight, especially in the opacity and stuff like that of the nameplates, because I thought that was pretty neat. Be sure to hydraulic press that sub button if you're interested in what's going down in VRChat this month, because there's a lot, and I hope I have enough time to cover all of it. So this is Shane Emerst here. Thank you for coming by. We'll see you next time. Thank you. This is a nice world.